Welcome back, my friends. Today we're talking optimization with my buddy Nate. Now, oftentimes I want to optimize my video work, my camera work, my conversation. Every day I'm trying to get better for you guys. Fortunately, I have Nate here today, and we're in MAPAL, and we're going to talk optimization, and we have some really, I'm going to go really again, really, okay, one more time, really cool parts on this table. We're going to discuss the optimization of these parts. But first of all, before we dive into each of these components, Nate, what is this department all about? I've kind of summed it up with the optimization for number 3 now, but I'm sure there's more to it than just a word.
Yeah, so optimization is just troubleshooting and fine-tuning tools in order to meet and exceed the customer's expectations. Every situation is a little bit different depending on whether it's surface finish, tool life, or what have you.
You are an important person. I would say that right away, to meet and exceed customer expectations.
Well, thank you.
Because I would say these days expectations are up here.
Yes, they
for
are.
most people.
Yes,
so having you come in and make sure that what they've, I would say a lot of times, thought about, not even really put into practice sometimes, thought about, you make it exceed expectations. That's incredible.
Thank you.
How long have you been doing that?
4 years now.
Oh, let me just shake your hand for participating in that side of that world.
Yep.
So I know you have a few kind of designs here. I mean, this one blows my mind. I can't wait to learn about it. But a few designs here that help people understand a bit more about what it means to optimize components, right? From additive manufacturing. I'm gonna let you decide where we're gonna go with that part of the conversation. Okay. I'll start making things up that don't make sense. But let's go from component to component to help the audience understand the necessary attributes that you bring to helping exceed expectations.
Well, we can start off here. I mean, chip control or chip formation is a big issue. Sometimes you get long stringy chips that wrap around the tool, get stuck between the part and the tool body and score it up. You also get chips that get stuck inside the parts that the washers can't get out. So in this case here, we added chip breakers, which is basically like a void in the face to help curl and break the chip. We have chip splitters, which makes the chip more manageable. It's like about 6 millimeters. We can break it up into 3 different segments, 2 millimeters wide. We also had to put a back flushing spigot in there in order to get the coolant where it's needed and into the flutes so you can get the mechanical advantage out. So just trying to fine tune it to help them out.
That's clever. That would exceed my expectations. Can I tell you a super quick story, Nate? Would you mind?
Yep.
So when I was machining platinum, I was considered in the top 5% in the world of understanding how to machine platinum. Most people think it's a very soft material, but if you try and cut it, it turns into barbed wire. And we didn't have any chip breakers, and I sliced my fingers every single day. Could have used that tool, especially with the coolant coming through, to help with that flush as well, because it would rip apart. Even diamond tools, it would rip apart, believe it or not. Crazy. All right. I'm fascinated by this one, Nate. I know you have something that is going to blow my mind as well as the audience as well. What is this thing? It looks like a transformer piece.
Well, both these are basically like a lightweight design. You know, it's not just like the spindle, how much the spindle can handle, but it's also the tool changers. You're gripping down here. Sometimes you're turning the tool 90 degrees to 180 degrees. And if you have too much weight out here, it can fall out of the tool changer arm. So in some instances, you can just do clearance cuts to reduce the weight. Here we had to go with a welded design to really cut down on the weight. You know, and we even need to look into 3D printing, which I don't have an example here, but you know, just another way to cut the weight down and help the customer out with their limitations.
Is weight kind of what you're working on in this area? And I bring that up because I think you've showed how truly weak I am these days. Because this is heavy. But you're right. I think about this being, you know, kind of a smaller HSK. And if I'm gonna hang out this far, let me hold it this way for my cameras, but this far and make somewhat, hopefully, rigid cuts with little vibration, I couldn't imagine it being much heavier than that. And I don't even want to try to pick this one up.
Yeah, I mean, it's still not, it's not lightweight by any means. It's not a feather, but anything helps. You know?
Yeah, and it works. I imagine you know the calculations, you know how it works in the machine. It works for the balance and weight ratio of the machine. And if this was solid, forget about it. Forget about it. I know we're in Michigan, but forget about it. I mean, you couldn't do it.
Yeah, and it really comes down to what, you know, even an HSK 63, you can have one with low weight, high weight, you know, it's kind of all in between. So
and
you gotta custom fit it to what they have.
And when you're playing this game, I'm gonna play my role of Captain Obvious, but I can only imagine as this continues to extend, you have to play even more so with, you know, that weight and balance, and of course the HSK to be able to grip it and hold it the further it goes as well,
Especially with the tool changer. So
4 years of this, I can only imagine what you've seen. Let's slide over to this fourth part, Nate. What are we looking at here with this one?
So this is another example of you got to work with what the customer has. You got to be user friendly. You have to set all 4 of these inserts down to like a micron of each other. And some customers don't have the machinery or the skill set to do it. So you got to look into options that are more user friendly. Like we have an HPR 400, which is like a high precision pocket, high precision ground inserts. And it's just the change of the insert. You can hold 30 micron bore tolerance. So, you just gotta, it's a joint operation with the customer, with us, making sure, they can use it.
All right, I have a question about all of this.
Yeah.
Have you always been kind of open-minded and creative enough to say, let's see what we can do. Let's turn the impossible into possible. Send me your prints. Maybe this hasn't been done ever before, but we're gonna try and make this work. Has that always been in your DNA?
Yeah, and I think that's MAPAL's DNA too.
I do.
We wanna provide solutions for all their issues, really no matter how difficult the situation is or the application. So
wow, I'm impressed, truly impressed. I mean, if this is what we're seeing, if this is what we're allowed to show on camera, my friends, imagine what Nate has seen off camera. So if you're having any issues out there, something you need optimized, if you want to be your expectations exceeded, reach out to my buddy Nate, reach out to MAPAL. My friend, thank you so much for joining me on camera and educating me today. So good.
Yep,
thank you all for joining us as well.